What's good, everyone? Welcome to the PWD channel, where we discuss professional wrestling. In today's video, I am covering the June 19th, the 619 2023 episode of Monday Night Raw. It was a really solid episode, honestly, from start to finish. It was really good. There was like a lot of decent, there was nothing like super extravagant or super amazing in there, but just from start to finish, it was a very solid show. A lot of good matches came out of tonight. Like, just for example, we had like Matt Riddle versus Ludwig Kaiser. That was a pretty good match. We also had Gunther and Kaiser jump Matt Riddle afterwards. So I really think we're getting closer to a Matt Riddle versus Gunther IC title match, which should be freaking incredible. I think that match is going to be absolutely awesome. I cannot wait to see that match. We also had Trish versus Raquel. Raquel unfortunately lost this match due to Becky Lynch basically getting a little bit mad at Trish disqualifying Raquel on accident, which caused Trish to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match. I was kind of hoping that Raquel would win that match, but either way, before this match even started, we had Raquel and Becky, not Raquel and Becky, Raquel and Rhea teasing a match backstage. I am all here for it because honestly, in terms of who's been booked the strongest, when it comes to Monday Night Raw, I feel like none of the women on the roster at all, aside from Becky Lynch, who's already tangled up in another feud with Trish Stratus, comes close to how Rhea Ripley has been booked, but also Raquel's the only other person outside of those two that have been booked to that status. Like when we've had like not mixed tag matches, but when we've had multi-woman tag matches, Raquel has straight up dominated the entire field. She's always been the best in whatever match she's competing in. So they booked her really strong. She's always looked incredible. And like I said, when she's in these multi-woman matches, it always takes a lot of different women like combining their forces together to take down Raquel. So I think that she could be a really strong competitor going in to fight Rhea Ripley for the championship. I would definitely believe it. I don't think she would win, but I also don't know anyone who's going to be able to stop Rhea Ripley anytime soon. I feel like the belt should be hers for quite some time, maybe until we get to Becky at some point, but also I'm not that interested in seeing Becky hold the title right now. So maybe somebody else, maybe we'll have like somebody from NXT come up or something, but at the moment on Raw, I just feel like probably Raquel Rodriguez is like the only person I could see taking that little status. We also had Bronson Reed defeating Shinsuke Nakamura. There was a lot of Ricochet involvement within this match, which did end up causing Bronson Reed to win. There was a lot of different moments in the match where Ricochet was involved with both of the guys. They're setting up a triple threat feud here, which honestly, I'm all here for this. I feel like it's very rare that WWE actually sets up triple threat feuds anymore. Like, it really never happens, at least as naturally as this has been set up. Like, this has really been naturally set up from start to finish. We've had these three guys kind of entwined in each other's matches and in each other's feuds for quite some time now. So I think if we could see this blow up, maybe like at SummerSlam, that'd be incredible. We might have some, I think they're all in the Money in the Bank match, so if we all see them fight in the Money in the Bank, I could be completely wrong about that. Maybe I'm misremembering right now. I know Ricochet and Shinsuke are. I don't know if Bronson Reed is. Correct me down in the comments below if I'm wrong. I think he's in the Money in the Bank match, but even if he's not, still at some point we'll see these three clash. And again, not Money in the Bank because two or maybe all of them are involved in the Money in the Bank ladder match, but maybe at SummerSlam. I don't know. There's a lot of things that could happen going forward there. I think that was pretty cool to see as well. It was a good match. Stunning main event. Judgment Day versus Cody, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. It was a really great main event. I guess before I talk about the main event, I should go on to what started the show and what is the title and thumbnail of this video, which is about Tommaso Ciampa's return. I didn't really know what to put as a talking point of this video. There's so much to talk about, but I think for me personally at least, Tommaso Ciampa returning is the most exciting because I love Tommaso Ciampa. Ever since he was down in NXT, part of DIY, fighting Johnny Gargano. I got to see him fight Johnny Gargano live at TakeOver New Orleans. Like, there's just so many different occasions where I've seen Ciampa live, and overall, I just absolutely love Ciampa. So I kind of wanted to make this the main talking point, but like, we'll go on to how this all started. So the beginning of the show started out with Seth Rollins. He was going to do an open challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship, which is pretty bold considering the fact that he has a World Heavyweight Championship match tomorrow night on NXT against Braun Breaker. So it's going to be interesting, or it would have been interesting if he had two matches back to back, but he never had a match. Finn Balor immediately came out before he even got to see his opponent. Finn Balor came out, beat the living hell out of Seth Rollins so badly that it took up the entire first not intermission, but like segment of Raw. Then we went to commercial break, and then we came back, and Finn Balor still beating Seth Rollins ass backstage. Like, he was just beating all over Seth Rollins. and it ended up being that Seth Rollins is still able to compete tomorrow on NXT, regardless of what the doctor says, because basically Seth doesn't care. He said, I had to get my ribs scanned by x-rays and all that, but honestly, I don't care. I'm going to be there tomorrow night to fight Braun Breaker at NXT no matter what for the World Heavyweight Championship. So if you're looking forward to a good World Heavyweight Championship match, tune into NXT tomorrow. I believe NXT's on USA Network still, so tune into that to see some good matches and see Seth Rollins back in NXT. I don't know when the last time he's been on NXT was, but it's going to be exciting seeing him back on NXT, and it should be a really, really great match for the world title. But after that, Miz came out, and basically he was already in full ring gear and everything. He was basically talking about how he's upset because he was going to answer the world title match open challenge, but Finn Balor had to ruin his night, blah blah blah, and he's mostly mad at Seth Rollins, to be honest, because Miz is a heel. He's going to take the heel side and things, so he was mad at Seth Rollins for getting his ass beat before the match started. But then he was like, you know what, I'm in Ohio, you know, my home state, Cleveland, which is his home city, I believe, and he was just talking about how, you know what, Cleveland, I love you guys, like I'll give you guys some action. Somebody come out here and fight me one-on-one. This is an open challenge. And who else other than freaking Tommaso Ciampa's music hit? When he came out, my jaw dropped and I was just extremely hyped. I followed Tommaso Ciampa on Instagram, and honestly, with the way he was posting on Instagram and stuff, I was like, bro, are you ever gonna return to the ring? Like, are you your injury seems so serious that you might not even return. I don't know. I don't know. I was getting a little bit worried for Tommaso Ciampa there, and there was like no rumors or reports, at least that I knew of Tommaso Ciampa returning, but he did return here, and he came out and fought Miz in an open challenge. He beat Miz quite comfortably. He didn't squash Miz, but it was quite a comfortable W for Tommaso Ciampa. He won with the fairy tale ending, and I am so happy to see Tommaso Ciampa back. And now that Triple H is in charge, this is definitely NXT Tommaso Ciampa. This is not the Tommaso Ciampa that was under the Miz's like wing a couple of months, like 9-10 months ago, back when he first was on the main roster. So this feels like a nice little fresh restart for Tommaso Ciampa here, and honestly, I'm all here for it. I'm excited to see where this goes. Maybe we get a little bit of a DIY reunion, and maybe we can run up what they were doing with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn right now. Maybe we can run that up with DIY, because at some point Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have to turn, right? At some point one of them is going to return. We did that in NXT. Why don't we do it again here for DIY in the main roster, since we're doing that for the main roster too? Like, why not do this again? I would just love to see these two back together in a tag team, honestly, and I think it would give them a lot of credibility. I think the crowd, I was kind of surprised. The crowd was actually really hyped to see Tommaso Ciampa. You know, they popped hard. They were cheering for him throughout the match, as opposed to like a Johnny Gargano match where it's like really kind of quiet in Johnny Gargano matches at some points it is. I freaking love Johnny Gargano, so I'm used to like NXT Gargano where the whole crowd is just screaming and roaring for him. We don't really get that on the main roster, and again, like I said, I think that combining these two superstars, maybe making them tag champions at some point, or just anything like that, or just at least putting them on a really good run together, would be pretty cool. But I don't know, that's just me theorizing stuff and just saying random things just to say it, just to speculate, I guess, because there's not really much else going on insanely like crazy at Raw right now. We also had Finn Balor come out, and Dom issued, or the Judgment Day, not just Finn Balor, but Dominic issued an open challenge to Cody Rhodes. He wanted to be the 3 men of Judgment Day versus Cody and 2 other people, which ended up being Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. They had an awesome 6-man tag in the main event. It was freaking incredible. Of course, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Cody won in the main event. It was freaking awesome. I really enjoyed it. A really good main event. And I guess that's pretty much. We also had Logan Paul on the show. He actually announced that he's going to be entering into the men's Money in the Bank match. He didn't fight for his opportunity, but I guess when you're someone of the following of Logan Paul, you don't have to. I guess that's how it works. Either way, I don't really care, because I love Logan Paul as a wrestler, and honestly, I think that him in the Money in the Bank match is going to be freaking incredible. A little bit risky putting someone so green, not green in a bad way. As green as Logan Paul is, he's still very fantastic, but to put someone like that in a Money in the Bank ladder match, that seems a little bit crazy. Hoping for the best. Hopefully there's no knock on wood. No, I'm not gonna knock on wood because I don't want to annoy the camera. Actually, I got a wall right here. Yeah, I just knocked on wood right now. Knock on wood. Hopefully there's like no injuries or anything, but like, I don't know how that's gonna go. I've never seen someone so new to professional wrestling hop into such a big match like the Money in the Bank ladder match, but either way, it's gonna be awesome. I bet you he's gonna do some freaking amazing, crazy athletic stuff, as well as Ricochet in there too. Those guys are gonna tear the roof off. Wait, is it in Wembley? Is Money in the Bank in Wembley? I don't know where it's at. It might be at the O2 or Wembley. I'm not sure where it's at, but if it's at Wembley, I don't know. It's gonna explode wherever it's at though. I am so excited for Money in the Bank to see that London crowd, because London crowds kick ass. I can't wait to see the what is it, all in crowd that's gonna happen, or the all out crowd that's gonna happen later this year as well. I can't wait to see that in London. London crowds are always the best. It's super amazing to see that. So I'm hyped for Money in the Bank. Honestly, I'll be straight up honest. I am really hyped for Money in the Bank. Can't wait for it. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of this Raw review. I kind of just discussed a lot of different things that happened. Again, there wasn't like a huge talking point other than Tommaso Ciampa returning, in my opinion. It wasn't anything super crazy out there. There was like no title changes or anything really big like that, but it was just a good standard show altogether. It was nice, it was fun, and yeah, I mean, I'd give it a solid 3.5 out of 5. That's pretty much all I can ask for with a weekly television episode of Raw. Just a 3.5 out of 5. It's solid, it's fine. Close to a 4 maybe, but not there yet. Not there are no like 5-star matches or no 4.5 or 4-star matches that were like super cracking. Well, the main event was really good, but again, it was just a good TV main event match. But regardless, I did enjoy this episode. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought about this episode. Did you enjoy it? What was your favorite moment? What do you think about Tommaso Ciampa returning? And are you excited that it's like his NXT version? Because again, like I said, he kind of went full NXT there. Like, he just looked badass, and I would love to see Tommaso Ciampa as a heel sometime soon. Like, I know that they're going to make him babyface at first just to get the crowd behind him, but I would really love to see him as a heel. It'd be incredible. So I'd absolutely love to see that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this video there, guys. Let me know if you did enjoy it down in the comments below. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We make wrestling content like this weekly. And yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday with a video, and Friday with the Friday Night SmackDown review. So I'll catch you guys then. Love you all. Peace.